Well, meet a friend and buy paper, which would take some marks away. Let's wait a minute on that one. Interesting. Guess we'll go with him. Congrats, Volker. Let us begin. You got 2 marks.
Hmm?
1 sport.
Hmm?
Enforced, damn it. Oh no, he's been seen.
Hmm? Hmm?
She's been seen too, that's nice. It is December 24th, 1944, and despite the fact that the world has been turned into a hellscape, it is still Christmas Eve. My neighbor Anne Manholt has asked me to join them for Christmas at their place. Bring something to drink. I decided to bring my last bottle of currant juice. Manholts have had a tough year. Volker Manholt was killed in Stalingrad, leaving his wife and 2 kids behind. Wait, Volker was killed? A knock at the door, and Miss Manholt opens. Herr Kaufmann, come in. Mr. and Mrs. August are in the living room. I still need a moment in the kitchen. Give her the juice. Hand her the bottle of currant juice. It's not much, but I brought you this. Thank you. This is perfect. The Obusts, a friendly older couple who live on the first floor, are already there, while Elsbeth and the Manholt's daughter decorate the tree. Greet back. Merry Christmas to all of you, I say. The Christmas tree is a short, skinny thing that's more brown than green and looks like it will collapse any moment under the weight of the decorations and candles Elsbeth has hung. Let's hope there won't be any air raid sirens tonight, says Mr. Obos. You never know. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present you the roast meat a la Anne. She enters and puts a steaming dish on the table. Elsbeth stops decorating and takes a seat at the table. Applaud the food. This looks and smells delicious, thank you. Fake roast meat made from cabbage and porridge and thin slices of sausage. Those are the meaty bits, says Anne. I hope you will enjoy it. Enjoy it. While it's impossible to taste the meaty bits, the dish is far from a real roast, is the best dinner I've had in months. After dinner, Elsbeth sings Christmas carols before she opens her presents. I have one for Claus, says Elsbeth. Will you open it for him, Mama? I realize for the first time that Elsbeth's older brother isn't here. Where is your brother? Where is Claus, I ask. He is a hero now. He is fighting the Bolsheviks. says Elsbeth. Shut up, says her mother. Isn't he too young? How old is he, I ask? 16. That's the new recruitment age. He received a brief training and then immediately shipped off to Poland. I'm so sorry. Criminals, says Miss Olbist. Bloody criminals sending children to fight a lost war. Be quiet now, Walter. You don't know what you're saying. You'll get us arrested, says Mr. Obist. I'm on your side. You are not wrong, but your husband has a point. You should be careful what you say to people these days, I say. Oh, come on. We're all friends here, are we not? Says Miss Obist. Now on to dessert and drinks, says Miss Manhole, and returns from the kitchen with a cake. There's a knock at the door. Who are you? Are you expecting anyone? I ask. No. Elsbeth, can you open the door, please? 3 men enter the room. They are wearing war-marked uniforms and silver chains around their necks, signal that they are with the military police. Kuttenhundi, chain dogs, as they call them. Stay quiet. Heil Hitler! Are you Anne Manholt, mother of Klaus Manholt? Yes, that's me, says Miss Manholt. Is Klaus here? Do you know where he is? Asked the officer. His 2 companions walk through the room and poke around every corner. Keep out of the discussion. Klaus is at the fighting at the front, says Anne. No, he's not. That's where we are from. Or why we are here. Are there any more rooms? One of his companions steps to the table. Who are you people? Neighbors. Show me your papers. Where is your husband, Miss Manholt? He died. Stalingrad. It's a passport. I try to hand the officer my passport, but he doesn't take it. Instead, he looks at me and says, Why are you not on the front? I'm on sick leave. I hand him my sick leave form, which one of our supporters keeps regularly updated for me. Hand him the document. He takes the document. It does the trick with the normal police, but will it work with the military? I wait quietly for him to finish looking it over. Fine, he says, and gives me the form back. Now your passport. Your passport. Soldier checks my passport, hands it back to me. When he's done, he points at the candles of the Christmas tree and says, Blow out the candles. We just want to have some Christmas lighting. It's Christmas. We just want to light a few candles, I say. Christmas lighting is banned this year. Too great a danger of attacking enemy planes. Ah, that'll do it. Do you see the candle down there? Bomb it! But we close the curtain, says Elsbeth. It can't be seen from the outside. Shush, Elsbeth, says Miss Manhole. It's a waste of critical resources. Blow them out or we'll have to find you. Ask him to let us have the candles, please, officers, I say. It's just a few candles for the girl. It's fine, says Miss Manhole, who blows out the candles and takes them off the trees. The room is empty, says the officer who suits the other room. Keep watching. If your son contacts you, you must inform us immediately. Hiding or assisting a deserter will be punished severely. Heil Hitler! He salutes. Oh, and Merry Christmas. Comfort Anne. I'm sure Claus is safe. He's smart. He knows what he's doing. I say, Thank you, says Anne with tears in her eyes. They won't ruin our Christmas, says Anne. Let's have some cake. We don't dare to put the candles back on the tree, but we light one candle on the table and eat cake made from porridge and margarine. What a bunch of pigs, says Miss Obis, breaking the silence, intruding into the homes of good people, chasing children, prohibiting Christmas lights. Oh, Germany, what has become of you? I have no idea where he is, says Anne. I can only hope he is safe wherever he is, says Miss Obost. He is safer than there on the front right now. All I've heard is that it's a bloodbath. Bullshit, says Mr. Obost. What? It's true, is it not? Time to go home. I thank Anne and Elsbeth and say goodnight to the Obus before I go back to my apartment. In my dreams, children dressed as soldiers fight at the front and chained dogs attack the Christmas trees. There's a knock at the door. Herr Kaufmann! Open up, please. It's Anne. Miss Manholt is wearing a nightgown. A boy in worm-marked uniform stands beside her. It's Claus, her son, who is supposed to be fighting at the front right now. Can you help him, please? He can't stay with us. They will look there first. Hide Claus. Claus. You can go back to your daughter. I'll take care of him. Ah, so we're going to hide Claus. Success for the resistance! Danish resistance fighters destroy German factory. Ethiopia becomes independent. Great Britain recognizes Ethiopia's full sovereignty by signing the Angelio-Pavilion Agreement. British planes bomb railway system Cologne. Bruce Stern shapes her idea with us. I'm working in a hospital now, so I have the opportunity to provide us with medicine. What do you think? Good chance. We should use him. Is this, who we become? People who steal medicine from other people who desperately need it? From children and the elderly? Says Volker. Hey, oh, okay, Volker, okay, two different, alright. They are Nazi soldiers, says Ruth. Who were drafted whether they wanted it or not, says Volker. We need those drugs. Volker, I understand your point, but we need those medications. We have no choice, really. I say. Volker shakes his head, but doesn't say a word. Get pissed, Volker, I don't care. Might have to wait on that one. Hubert, go talk to your people. I see marks are very scarce. Enforce! Everything is fine. Goebbels says Hitler's still in good health and spirit. His planes attack bridges and train lines near Bonn. More SS members. Waffen SS now has more than 1 million members. If the Soviets ever reach Berlin, I don't know if there will be anything left for them to invade, says Volker. We may just all kill each other first. What do you say, though? Outside us all fight. Certainly not the first one I've seen, but this one was between two mothers over food stamps. They just tore into each other as their kids watched. We must maintain humanity. How terrible. The will to survive can bring out the worst in us. If we lose our humanity, we're doomed to miserable existence. Aha! Fake passport for the win. No, these two better take it out. What's this one? Ah. We need guns. Oh, that looks like a club. No, yeah, a gun. Where can I get myself a gun? I need my First Amendment rights. How much is this? 30 marks. Yeah, it's half our money. I hear a knock on the door. When I answer, I'm shocked to see my Aunt Emma and Uncle Kurt standing there with their suitcases. The last I heard, they were still in Braunsberg and Eastern Persia. What are you doing in Berlin? Oh, good. Thank God we found you, says Aunt Emma. We weren't sure you'd still be here with everything. Please, come in. I help Kurt and Emma with their things, and they sit down in the kitchen. Kurt leans forward. Kurt, I don't know if you're aware of what has happened on the Eastern Front, but Kurt sighs and hesitates. At the Soviets advance. The Red Army is marching on Eastern Prussia, says Kurt. We had to flee because the fighting reached us. How long until they reach Berlin? Kurt chuckles. No good. They'll never get that far. Why? We just heard on the radio that our unstoppable blitz will turn them back within a month. And you actually believe that? Uncle, I said, that is propaganda. We can't believe everything the government says. Aunt Emma interrupts, but instead we should believe the foreign Lugan praise and all their lies about the Allied victories. They just want to break our spirit. What we are living here is real. Oh, what a relief, I sarcastically throw my hands in the air. The bombings we've suffered through in Berlin never happened. They're just lies. I can't hold back my anger. The Nazis lie us into this war. We're dying by the thousands, so it's all or nothing. And you're still supporting this? Don't you dare say that, don't you dare. Kurt pounds the table with his fist. Hey, you know what? If you're coming into my house, get the fuck out, Kurt. Our beloved son didn't march east for nothing. No. Emma's eyes well with silent tears, but Kurt continues, we will crush the bloody communist. Our Fuhrer will bring us peace, you'll see. I can't go on like that. I will help my family, but I don't know how long I could go on with this. Fight for Budapest. German weapon SS troops attack the Red Army near Budapest. US planes attack retreating Wehrmacht at Remington. Free Poland! Communist Loving Committee becomes provisional government of Poland. I have a problem. Where did that word even come from? I have a problem, says Paul. My home was destroyed in the bombing last night. I have nowhere to sleep. Offer to stay at my place. You can sleep at my house. We don't have much space, but you can sleep in the kitchen. I say, thanks so much, says Paul. Hey, Paul, plus 15. Hoorah. Listen, I need one of you to go start earning money. Get a job, damn it! Missing fake passport. Gains intel, unlocks spread rumors among soldiers. Wait, we lost our fake passport? Nani? Good job, Hubert. If you were seen. Of course Gert thinks he was seen. Winter War! Soviet artillery units open the Red Army's winter offensive against the German Wehrmacht. British bombers attack Munich and drop over 2,100 tons of bombs. German rocket 6 hits close to Yorkshire. Hubert Ring keeps falling asleep during a meeting. Ask him if he's tired, and he responds, "It's hard to sleep with so many strangers in my home." Who do you mean? Oh, you know about the latest bombing? It was a bad one. They destroyed an entire neighborhood, thousands without a home, some of the friends, the relatives. I had to take some of them in. You're a generous soul. You won't be as generous next time. My uncle snores so loud they make the walls shake, he says with a smirk. Welcome, Thor. Gerd needs to sit one out. Redness is increasing. So we're freeing people. Didn't think so. Don't you make me do this! A soldier, yes. Fall has set in. Winter sun shines on my face, but it's still freezing cold as I ride my bike through Schönberg. 2 large loaves of bread are heavy in my backpack. Wasn't easy to find them, but now we have enough food for the week. The area around Bishner Platz metro station has been destroyed in the bombings. When I suddenly hear the sound of an air raid alarm, I think... nothing left here to destroy. A skinny boy wearing the uniform of the air raid volunteer steps into my path and shouts, "Don't you hear the alarm? Come into the station now!" Follow the boy. I follow the boy down the stairs into the metro station. There are dozens of people there already. A train full of passengers waiting on the tracks, ready to leave. People come from behind and push me aside. More and more people push from behind. I decide to look for another spot. Goes to my left is a large pillar. It looks like I could sit there. A little further, next to the waiting train, is a bench that still has an empty seat. I walk towards the bench, but before I reach it, an elderly woman takes a seat. At the pillar, I put my backpack down and try to get comfortable. The stream of people coming from outside slowed down. Next to me stands a young man. His eyes are sunken and his face is ashen. He's shivering. "Are you alright?" He nods. I notice that he has with him. He's held hold of it instead of putting it on. It's because he's a Jew. I take a closer look at the coat. I see a flash of something yellow on his coat, a Jewish badge. This must be why he's trying to hide his coat. "I can see your badge. That's dangerous," I whisper. He covers a scrap of yellow badge with his hand. "It's also suspicious that you aren't wearing your coat," I say. Offer your own coat. I give him my coat. He puts it on over his. "Thank you. We People like me are not allowed to come here, but I was scared. Don't worry, I said. I'm Gert. I'm on your side. What's your name? I'm Peter, says the young man. What are you doing here? I was on my way home from work when the air raid sirens alarm sounded. I know that I'm not allowed to be in the metro, but I was so scared. They said a serious attack was coming. I didn't know there were still any Jews in Berlin. There are only a few, says Peter. Most have been deported, but I'm working at the ammunition factory in Spandau. That's why they haven't sent me to the east yet. Ammunition factory? The metro employee closes the gate to the station. No one can get in or out anymore. We can still hear the air raid sirens, but no bombs. I turn to Peter. Can you tell me more about the factory? Sure, he says. I better not hear now. Do you have a pin? I hand him a pen and a piece of paper from my backpack, and he writes something down. This is where I live, he says. Meet me there tomorrow night at 7, and I'll tell you what I know. You sure you don't want any bread? Break off a piece from one of the loaves, and we share. People in the station are sitting together in small groups, chatting quietly, as the bombers could possibly hear them. A high-pitched whoosh of bombs falling, the hammering of anti-air guns, a loud bang. That one was pretty close. Take cover. The ceiling rips open, and for a moment I see the sunny blue sky. I'm flung through the air, a cloud of dust surrounds me, my eyes and lungs burn. Look for Peter. Peter's face appears, he's mouthing words. I can't hear anything. He points towards a bright spot in the dust and reaches for my hand. Peter pulls me up. The passengers in the waiting train are still patiently sitting in their seats, but they aren't moving anymore. He drags me towards the light. Peter shakes his head. My hearing gradually returns, a wave of crying, moans, yelling for help. People crawling in pain, others still lay still. He pulls me upwards towards the street. Climb. We stand in front of the metro station. There is no station anymore. Just a skeleton of steel, concrete, dust, human suffering and death. I turn to Peter. Thank you. Thank you too, says Peter. An ambulance arrives. People start to carry the wounded out of the destroyed station. A grey truck stops at the corner, and men wearing the uniforms of the Waffen SS jump from the truck. Hide. Peter's seen them too. Thanks again, he says, and disappears around a corner. Thank you too, I say. War and death in our homes. Germany has brought the rage of the world upon itself. Can we still be saved? Will the world save us after everything that has happened in the name of Germany? Called collateral damage. Warsaw liberated. Last German resistance in the embattled Polish city. Warsaw is broken by Polish units. British and US troops meet in the Ardennes. Death marches. 98,000 prisoners of German concentration and extermination camps, Auschwitz, are evacuated before the arrival of Soviet troops. It's one thing to be lied to, says Ruth, during our meeting. It's another to be treated like an idiot. Who is treating you like an idiot? The Ministry of Public Enlightenment, of course. She's referring to Goebbels and the Nazi propaganda operation. It was always rubbish, and sometimes scary, but now it's just ridiculous. Did you hear, just a few days ago, to great fanfare, we were informed that over the radio, the Luftwaffe has trounced the Royal Air Force and killed Allied Air Command. But Berlin just was bombed again last night. Exactly, says Ruth. Maybe the British didn't get the message, says Hubert Ring. Maybe the ministry should send them a letter informing them of the ignominious defeat. Ruth laughs at the thought. Only it was that easy. I chuckle at the idea. I can't help but wish it. It was just so easy to stop the bombings. But at least it's no longer red. I'm getting the gist of this game. Good luck getting this crap done up here. I'm serious. Just good luck. I think this is all about literally survival. Did you start over? No. I think the whole point of this, just survive. Literally the whole point. Just survive. You think you're gonna bomb the Olympics? No, I don't think so. Okay, let's see. Loot the destroyed buildings. Probably would have to make a factory, wouldn't we? So then if we do factory, it would allow printlets or leaflets and that shit. Volker! I guess it doesn't matter, okay. Let's first buy paper. Yeah, you're kind of high on the risk factor there, buddy. Have Ruth go. He's one of the people. There you go. As I make my way up the stairwell to my apartment, I hear noises coming from the apartment of my neighbor, Otto Horst, proud member of the NSDAP. The door is wide open. Otto has been a proud swastika-wearing Nazi for years. I've always steered clear of him, and I don't think he has ever suspected me. I don't want to risk trouble now, but a loud thud draws my attention just as I pass his door. A lamp has been knocked over. Check if anyone is home. Hello? Anyone there? I call through the open door. There's no answer. Look closer. Inside Otto's apartment, an open suitcase lies on the floor with an assortment of clothing thrown in and around it. Dressed in civilian clothes, Otto rushes in, oblivious to my presence, throws shoes to the floor, and walks out again. With each passing week, it's becoming clear that Germany is losing this war, and if the Soviets reach Berlin, there will be terrible consequences for any Nazi still here. Otto is ditching his swastika and running. Come back later and search his place. I wait in my apartment until I am sure Herr Karst is left, and search his apartment for anything useful. I find a notebook with names and dates. Is it though, Thorn? Is it really depressing? Paul thinks he's been seen. That's why more people need to play it. They can realize their trivial Twitter issues are really trivial. Eastern Front comes closer. Soviet troops conquer the city of Berezkus in West Prussia. British Royal Air Forces flies heavy air raids on the railway facilities near Gelsenkirchen. I just didn't... Gelsenkirchen, there you go. German Reichsbahn discontinues civilian express and express train services due to the damage to the rail network. I find this difficult to ask, but I need help of the group. When do I get to ask for help? I need coffee! We've run out of coal. Our apartment is freezing cold. My entire family is sick. I need coal or money to buy some. I'll give 2. You're welcome for the coal. I don't know how to get any back, so I guess we all freeze and die now. Yay. Wait, didn't we set up a factory for leaflets and shit? And now it's like Shut down, apparently. Thanks, Nazis! Missing stack of papers. We have paper! I literally just got stack of paper. Oh, it requires 5. Alright, someone needs to go buy some more paper. Falker, get to it. Oh, hold on, he leveled. Guess we'll send Gerd. Yeah, I didn't think so. Didn't think so. Wow, that one's really tough. I think I'll wait on that one then. Let's go, money. Enforce. Duh. Only 3 this time, Volker. USSR and Finland signed trade agreement in Moscow. Adolf Hitler calls on the German people to resist the Allied forces. Promises the Ingschach through the use of new war critical weapons. Former Lord Mayor of Leipzig, Karl Friedrich Gudler, is executed in Berlin. This is an opportunity, says Paul. The intel would allow us to take out anti-aircraft guns. We can pass this information on to the Brits, and they can launch a precision attack. This is interesting. Have you all gone completely mad all of a sudden, says Hubert? Sure, we want to see the Nazis lose the war, but those bombs hit our city. They hit civilians, our families, our friends. They hit us, for Christ's sake. These anti-aircraft guns are defending us. Maybe, but it's still a great opportunity. We'll have to see. Wow, Hubert's with the 4. My brother from another mother got a 4. Come with me, Ruth. Dude has a 4. It's like the game is like, spend money. We need you now. What does it give anyway? Oh, it's unknown. Enforce. Prisoner of war. Wait, what? Ruth was arrested! No! No, no, no! Oh, shit. Okay. Nani? Oh, shit. We lost Ruth. She had no threat whatsoever. They still took her. For a great war! Declares war on Japan and the German Reich. Canadian army starts an offensive against the German position west of the Dutch city of Nijmegen on Lower Rhine. Peace in Hungary. The last German and Hungarian troops capitulate in the Hungarian capital, Budapest, to Red Army units. I'm telling you, no one is using it. We should use it as a hideout, says Hubert. No one abandons an allotment garden these days. It's too valuable for that, argues Paul. I found an abandoned allotment garden with a hut. I suggest we use it as a hideout. How do you know it's abandoned? I checked out the shack. Judging by the dust and spiderwebs, no one has used it in at least a year. We need space for people to hide. We should take it. It's too dangerous, says Hubert. What if the owner returns and calls the police? Let's risk it and use the hut. We can pass this up. We can't pass this opportunity. Let's make the place a hideout. Wait, how do I break her out? Aha! Alright, Hubert, we need you. Where's that hideout while we're at it? Spread leaflets. By the way, I haven't used any contacts. Confirm. Ah, that's how that works. Okay. Gain 6 supporters. Okay. Gain 12 supporters. Let's wait a minute. What was that one? Ah, that one popped up. Good. We're freeing you, Ruth! Freedom. Achievement unlocked. Freedom. And we gained 1. Hubert thinks he's been seen. Shh, it's okay, Hubert. It's okay. We freed Ruth. It's fine. Total mobilization. Reichsleiter Martin Bormann calls on women and girls to help in the Volkssturm. Plans include the formation of the women's battalions. Now we'll let the women fight. After we called on the children first. We'll let the women fight now. Food rations for the German civilian population are reduced by more than 10%. Bombing of Dresden. Dresden also almost completely destroyed by British air raid. Welcome back, Ruth. Hubert Ring is late to the meeting. By the time he arrives, Heiss out of breath. He's out of breath. No one is safe anymore, he says. Were you followed? No, but it feels just as bad, he says. I was in line for rations with my friend Jenny. She said something about the Nazis getting us into this mess, not realizing that SS men were nearby. One of them confronted her and asked if she was an insurgent. She froze on a tear and then ran. The SS shot her right there in broad daylight. It was horrible. I'm so sorry. She had done nothing wrong. But times are so desperate now. Everything is so terrible. Those animals don't think twice about killing anyone. That's what I mean when I say no one is safe anymore. We need to be careful. We all must be extremely careful, I say. It's okay. We got Ruth. Okay. Spread leaflets, which will force a squad to give up, which will get a testimony against Ludwig. Interesting. I still don't see the option for get weapons. Yeah, where do you get explosives? Jesus. This again. Ah, we need paint. Hey, Ruth! Nice red you got going there. Oh, God. She's never doing anything ever again, apparently. Gains a club. Paul, come with me. Ruth, go into hiding. You and Hubert, just go into hiding. Thank God we have money. At night, he lays out the leaflets. Hey, we gained supporters. Go after Meter, says Waltred, as we make our way to the hideout in the community gardens. You must talk to her. What did she tell you? Waltred shakes her head. No, you talk to her. You will understand. We enter the hideout. A young woman sits on a chair and looks at me with a serious face. Can you introduce us? Lily, this is Gert. You can trust him. He wants to know what happened to you. Lily nods. Okay. My name is Lily Boston. I was a prisoner in a death camp in Auschwitz. It is the worst camp of them all. Can you describe to me what happened, sir? The prisoners of Auschwitz are worried that the world won't believe what the Germans are doing there. That is how bad it is. We will let the world know. They burn people alive. From my barrack I heard I had a clear line of sight of one of 5 chimneys. I saw everything with my own eyes. That is what they do in Auschwitz. What happened to you? I arrived in Auschwitz in a cattle car. They brought us in a special block where they shaved my hair, took my clothes, and tattooed a number on my arm. All this was done by the prisoners themselves. Were you able to talk to them? Yes, I had a conversation with the girl who shaved off my head. She asked me, what did you do before? What did you do before you came here? What did you say? I said I used to play the violin. She said, that's good for you. He loves music. If you can play an instrument, that might save your life. He? There was a doctor at the camp. His name was Mengele. They called him the Angel of Death. When the trains arrived, Dr. Mengele was there to look for twins. If there were any, he took them to his laboratory and experimented on them until they collapsed and died. This is what Dr. Mengele did. Experimented on people, on children. He murdered them. But Mengele also liked Schumann, the great German classical composer, Robert Schumann. That can't be true. I told you, you wouldn't believe me, but it is still true. Dr. Mengele loved Schumann, and I had to play his music for the doctor. I do believe you. Go on. Tell me, how is it possible that someone who is as educated as Dr. Mengele, who knows and admires magnificent music, that someone like him is experimenting on little children, murdering them? It's the ideology. Maybe, says Lily. Once they were finished processing us, I was naked, without a hair on my head, and with a number burned into my arm. An officer approached me and asked me a few questions. What the officer want from you? He wanted to know where I came from, and if I still had any family there. I said that I had come from Berlin and that I had an uncle there. He took out a postcard and told me to write to my uncle. What did he want you to write? He dictated that he wanted me to write, "Dear Uncle, I safely arrived in Auschwitz. They treated me well. Please send me a little money and some sweets." They forced you to lie to your relatives? Yes. They wanted people in Germany to believe everything was fine. Tell me about the trains. The doctor and officer intercept the new prisoners at the train platform, where they arrive in cattle cars. There they carry out the selection, based on one. They ask each prisoner for their age and state of health. The unknowing arrivals tend to talk about their health issues, not knowing that by telling them, they sign their own death warrants. Children and old people were sorted out right away. And then, they sorted them. Left, right, left, right. Left is to life, right is into the fire. At night, the flames blaze into the sky. They burn the children alive. Grown-ups are usually killed by the gas before that. But if the guards are too busy, they just burn everyone. One could hear them scream. To cover the screams, the guards made us play our instruments. The orchestra had to play while they burned people alive. The orchestra you're a member of. Yes, as I said, Dr. Mingili had picked me because I played the violin. Not very good, though. None of us were very good musicians, but we were children, scared to death, forced to play. How come you're here now? Blind luck, one of the officers liked me. He had me sent to a so-called normal concentration camp, one where they only kill people by forcing them work and to starve to death. And from there you escape. There was a group of resistance fighters who planned an escape. I joined, they gave me the contact for the group. I am in Berlin to find out if my brother is still here somewhere. What's his name? Gregor Bolstein. Although I doubt that he still goes by that name. Do you know him? She takes out a photo and shows it to me. The face looks unfamiliar. No, I'm afraid not. She shrugs. I need to keep looking. What are you going to do now that you know what really happened in the camps to the east? Spread the truth. She nods. That's good. I guess. Do you have any other questions? Just one, if I may. How can you continue to live after this? The Germans have destroyed almost everything, but music is indestructible. Music can't be destroyed. This is what gives me hope. Red Army at the Oder River. Poznan in West Prussia is conquered by the Soviet units. British troops cross the border and conquer the town of Goch at Lower Rhine. Work councils revive. The French provisional government orders an establishment of work councils in major factories. It's my daughter. I'm worried about her. She goes out every night and comes back with food and money, says Hubert. Have you asked her where she gets it from? When I asked about it, she makes excuses. I can tell that she's lying. I want to stop her. Then do it. Well, it's humiliating, really. The money she makes helps us survive. Sorry to hear that, but we can't help you. Yeah, dude, we can't give you money, man. I've already gave everybody all my coal. We now have no coal. We have no heat for this place. We're all gonna die. It's like, seriously. Excuse me while I go beat the shit out of some children. Oh, this'll be fun. Hey, Ruth. Do you lift at all? Oh, God, she does. Well, won't this be fun? Hey, Gerd. You are completely useless. Oh, I'll get a solid 2 with him. Medicine will not help us, even though you would think it would. Nope, nope. We're gonna literally go beat some children. It's great. Costs. It's interesting that this costs money to free two people. Gain a testimony. Which we're working on that one. Yeah, just go with this one. I'm glad we beat some children. Oh, shut up. Tier Conquer. So here, off Mosley, one of Germany's oldest cities, is occupied by the units of the 3rd U.S. Army under the command of General George Smith Patton. Reich Führer SS Heinrich Himmler sets up special courts to execute war-weary soldiers and civilians. Money transfer stopped. The Swiss Federal Council prohibits the import and export of foreign banknotes. At our meeting, Hubert, sitting there very still with tears flowing down his cheeks. God, Hubert, what now? After a long silence, he responds, They're gone, he sobs. The bombing 2 nights ago, my whole family, all of them gone. Oof. Okay, I guess he has a right to complain now. I was away from home when the siren started. Why couldn't I have been home? He cries, as sobs convulse his body. Why couldn't the bombs just kill me too? It's not fair for me to sit here without them. The war's taking everything from us. Sorry, dude. Let's not with you and say we did. I'll beat your ass. Let's go. Let's go, fam! I know it's low. Get over it. Child soldiers, boys born by 1929, are drafted into the Wehrmacht. The young people are sent to the front after a short training period. Hitler gives order to arrest and punish families of soldiers who surrender. U.S.-American units occupy an undestroyed railway bridge over the Rhine near Reckman. The meeting is almost over when Hubert enters out of breath. I'm so sorry, he says. I got lost on my way here and needed some time to find my way back. How can you get lost? You've lived here for years. You've been here dozens of times. Everything is gone. The shop where I usually turn left is gone. The buildings and landmarks I used to navigate every pile of rubble looks the same. I see what you mean. Yeah, most of the ruins are barely recognizable, I agree. And after every bombing, it only gets worse. Morale is 7. Fine. We'll take a day to go have a party. It's great to meet the entire group outside of the usual contact. People brought their loved ones, and we chat about all the things except ones which are darkening our daily lives so much. But not today. You know, says Paul, I think we should do these kinds of events more often. They're good for us. Reminds us of the reasons we fight. You're right. I agree. Having more of these would be good for us, I say. Let's do it. But for now, let's enjoy the moment, says Paul. And on that day, we did. Yay for us. We got to party while everyone's around us dying. And what? Bombers attack Berlin. U.S. bombers fly an attack on high command of Wehrmacht leadership close to Berlin. USSR transfers territorial sovereignty to Poland over the German territories occupied by Soviet troops east of the Oder and Nizi rivers. Kamikaze attacks. Japanese armed forces attack U.S. ships with kamikaze commands off the Japanese islands of Kyushu and Hondo. Blech, says Hubert, and takes a sip from his coffee. This is disgusting. Oh yes, says Volker. They have managed to make ersatz coffee even worse than it was before. I miss real coffee and meat. I'd give anything for a good piece of beef, says Hubert. Me too. I mean, sure, everything is horrible. Food, drink, shouldn't be our biggest worries, but I tell you, if we at least had some good food and decent coffee, everything else would be easier to take. A lot easier. For a long moment, everyone is silent, probably thinking about the food they miss the most. Now we need to make books. We lost our hideout. Okay, I have an idea. Hold on. Okay, we got Gerd back. Alright, whatever. Paul. Volker. Outfit. Volker it is. Nope.
Listen, I got a testimony here, yeah?
Stack of paper. Oh. Alright, one of you needs to get me some paper. There you go. Yeah, clubs do nothing unless we actually know we're going to confront someone. What is this? What is the helmet? Of course they have. U.S. American bombers fly the heavy air raid on Hamburg. Hitler orders all industrial and supply facilities in the Reich to be destroyed as enemy forces approach. Churchill and Field Marshal Law Montgomery observe the passage of British, Canadian, and U.S. troops across the Rhine near Wessel. Listen, we need to do something. They got my neighbor's boy, Volker. He is furious. What are you talking about? The boy, he's 12. He's a member of the Hitler Youth. Yesterday I saw how they armed him and some of his schoolmates and sent them to battle. They let them fight? Yes! They gave them bazookas and rifles and sent them to the front lines. We need to talk to them. We should reach out and convince them to give up. This madness has to end before all of us are devoured by it. Oh. Yeah, help organize that strike. How threatening is this? Naughty? Let's just all go and die. Hold on, does club do anything? No, it doesn't. Lord have mercy. Whew, okay. Cost 80. Cost is 30. Morale is 8. Morale, okay. Can I go beat up the U's again? I'm serious. 60. Walker, we need to put you into hiding. Oh, wait. Yeah, make the records disappear. Oh, that is so hurtful. Wow, never mind. Can you not talk to the US Army? No, no. I mean, you can talk to the British and you can talk to the Red Army, but no. Disarm a squad, we'll get a gun. Risk it for the biscuit. Hey Volker, wanna come along? Come on.
Hmm?
Listen, I'll enforce this shit. Of course I've been seen. Oh boy, here we go. The boys try to look serious as they walk down the village lane, not aware of how ridiculous they look in oversized uniforms, their adolescent faces hidden from under those big helmets. What is this? May I present Hitler's last line of defense, says Bruno, a trusted supporter who handles our rural activities. What are they doing? There! Bruno points to the bridge that leads over the Panky River. They're supposed to keep the Russians from crossing that bridge. These children. Told you this is what they're come to. Setting up children's breathing tank traps in the villages around Berlin. They stand a chance? What do you think? Boys, barely trained, barely any weapons. Scared and hungry against a full-fledged rolling army? It'd be a bloodbath if we let it happen. How can we stop it? That's weird. We talk to the boys, but I doubt they'll listen to us. Well, let's try it anyway. Oh, great. One pulls out a gun. That's fantastic. We should still give it a try, I say. The boys are fortifying the bridge with sandbags and barbed wires. I count 4 working on the bridge and 3 more working left and right. When we approach, the leader points his weapon at us and shouts, "Hold! No passage! This is restricted area now." What are your orders? We are setting up a line of defense to keep the enemy from crossing the bridge and entering the... But now... Who do you think you'll be able to stop with that? The Russians will pass as long as we're here, replies a small boy from behind. You can't win this. As long as there's a single German alive, the war is not lost. He who defends our square meter of Germany defends the entire Reich. Forget it, says Bruno. They've been completely indoctrinated. We must stop them. Frederick Wolves lives in the house up there on the hill. He's the village teacher. I know him. He's a good man. Let's see if we can get him to talk to the boys. He will listen to him and give up. Bruno leads me to the farmhouse up on the hill. Frederick Wolf lives there. He is a village teacher. The boys will trust him. He can help us. A man with white hair and a wrinkled face opens the door. "Hello, Frederick," says Bruno. "I am glad you are home. Did you know that your pupils are playing Stalingrad down on the bridge?" "Ferdinand Volkstrom," says Frederick. "What am I supposed to do?" "Help us disarm them. They know you," I say. "If you tell them to stop, they'll listen." "I doubt it will work," says Frederick. "But we must stop them no matter what." "Thank you." We get to the bridge where the boys are almost finished fortifying their positions. Their leader is instructing them on what to do and where to station themselves. He stops when he sees us. What? What do you want from us?" "We want to save your lives." "We have orders. We're no traitors. We will defend this bridge against the enemy." "Hugo," says Mr. Wolf now, "you were always a bright student and good at math. There are thousands of well-trained soldiers coming this way. How long do you think you can hold it? You must give up." "You stand no chance." "Never," says Hugo. He looks at the rest of the boys who wants to give up, who want you to betray the Fuhrer. "Now's your chance. Go with them. Go, I don't care. I'll fight here alone if I must. It is my duty." None of the boys make a move. Come with us. It doesn't help. They all stay where they are. "Psst," says Frederick Wolf, and points to a spot left of the bridge. I see a few rifles and bazookas, the weapons of the children's squad. "What's your plan?" "At 3, we all run for the weapons and throw them in the river," says Frederick. I start counting. 1, 2, 3. We run towards the weapons, and before the boys understand what's happening, each of us have grabbed as many as we can and throw them into the river, where they immediately disappear into the murky water. A gunshot. Turn around. "No!" yells Hugo. He's holding a pistol and pointing it at his former teacher. Tears in his eyes. "I will shoot you, you traitor!" Put down your weapon, Hugo. "Hugo, I am your teacher. Put down the gun. You should be relieved that it's over now." Hugo lowers his gun. "You should be relieved it's over." Reluctantly, they get their things and leave. "We did it," says Bruno. "We saved their lives." "Thank you," says Frederick. "Thank you, Frederick." I say, "We couldn't have done it without you." That same day, the SS arrests Frederick Wolf, the teacher. He's sentenced to death in a drumhead court-martial for undermining a legitimate military action. Hugo, his student, testifies against him. This needs to end. The next day, the Red Army took Berlin. Allies meet at the Elbe River. Eisenhower informs Stalin that the U.S. and British armies will expect the Soviet troops at the Elbe River. Soviet troops have reached the Austrian border and advanced to Burgenland, Frankfurt am Main, West Baden, and Mannheim, occupied by the U.S. Army. "I'm so tired of it," says Hubert. "What is it?" "What is frustrating you?" I ask. I feel bad even complaining about it, but I used to be an academic. I did research. I'm using my brain every day, and now the only work that's left is shoveling building rubble from one pile to another. "I understand," I say, "but better times will come again. Once the war's over, your skills will be needed again." "Thank you," says Hubert. "I can't wait." Well, Rifles really helping. Oh, boy. I mean, he has four, so I'm not surprised. Risk it for the biscuit. We need more paper. Oh wait, Volker. Oof, Volker. No. Sit this one out, dog. Actually, how much money do we have? 113 marks. Oh, we weren't killed. That's nice. Achievement unlocked. Popular. For the group. Yeah, shut up. I'm doing the best I can. Hungary lost. Last German troops retreat from a Hungarian territory to Lower Austria. Himmler orders to shoot all people in whose house the white flag was hoisted. 6 German submarines are sunk in the British air raid on Port Hamburg. Ruth, because they needed to point her around, is crying when I enter the room. The others try to comfort her. What happened? My sister, says Ruth. She was standing in line for bread when the air raid siren started. Is she okay? She died, hit by the debris. She refused to give up her space in line. I'm so sorry, Ruth. It's not your fault, but when will this damn war be ever over? God damn it, you fucking Nazis! We don't have enough money. Right? Secret. You know what, why not? Come with me, Paul. I need you. Do I even ask? No. Wow. Almost there. We need to print books, right? We need testimony. I don't know what we need. Wait, hold on. Wait. We can do it? Wait. Can we? Nani? I mean, I can't blow this up, which would have been nice, but... Wait, I have testimony. Oh, required... Ah, that's what it is. Okay. Come with me, Paul. Okay, let the rest of these people, like, chill. We're gonna do it. We're finally gonna do it! Providing the game doesn't end right now. Yeah, shut up. We're about to win this, okay? Resistance fighters executed. Admiral Wilhelm Canaries executed, okay. The German occupation in destroyed Königsberg surrenders to the attacking units of the Red Army. U.S. troops liberate the German concentration camp Buchenwald. Ruth's apartment is empty when I enter. you, Ruth! Oh, come the fuck on! This game! Bruce Stern's apartment is empty when I enter the room. Paul has tears in his eyes. She died in the bombing yesterday, says Paul. Wilmserdorf. She was on a mission for us last night. I didn't send her on no fucking mission! Now I'm just tilted. She got hit when the bombs landed. They found her body this morning. There's no doubt it's her. Does her family know? Not yet. Thought you might want to tell them. Yeah, I'll tell them. Alright then. They're gonna bury her in the cemetery at Steglitz, together with the other victims from last night. Didn't I just do a leaflet mission? I did. That's why his shit went up. And for whatever fucking reason, the fucking testimony that we got isn't there. It isn't in there. Ain't there. Okay, so we lost Ruth and the testimony. Okay, I have to make books. It would be great if you three would make some books and be appreciated. Hold on. There. Screw it at this point. I don't give a shit. I'm mad.
Hmm?
Getting real goddamn sick of this game. Did Ruth have the testimony? No, she wasn't sent out on the mission. It was fucking Gerd and Paul and someone else. It wasn't Ruth. This game hates women. Think about this. Think about this. The first woman, we invited the group, right? Okay. She loses the baby, so she's like, I'm leaving. Bye. Second woman we get. She dies. This game is sexist. Moving on. Apparently this woman's a 4. She likes to fight. She's a communist and a hunter. Architect, social. Screw it, we'll go with another woman, why not? Of course the morale in the group's fucking low. Spain revokes support. Spain bans all German aircraft from landing in Spanish territory. 325,000 German soldiers surrendered to the Americans in the Ruch area. Medals for Volkstrom. On his 56th birthday, Hitler honors men of the Volkstrom and Hitler boys with the Iron Cross. Hello, new woman who looks literally identical to all the other ones. I believe we need some morale. There, we'll go to a party. Welcome to the group. We're having a party. Come on. For this day, we want to forget the pressure. We want to leave the pain behind. For this one moment, we ignore the darkness and imagine. Imagine. How it was if we lived in normal times, says Paul. Thank him. This is so much we need to think about. So many threats, so much pain, so much darkness. But for this moment, we should remind ourselves how the light looks and why we are actually fighting, says Paul. And on this day, we did. We got a piece of art. That's nice. We could admire it. Allies meet in Germany. U.S. and Soviet troops meet for the first time in the Torgu on Der Elbe. Adolf Hitler commits suicide in the bunker under the Reich chancellery in Berlin. Delegates from 50 states meet the founding assembly of the United Nations in San Francisco. So you prefer the Nazis staying in power, shouts Erna Kettman as I enter. Listen, woman, you just joined this fucking group. Shut the fuck up. Game's almost over. Will you stop with these insinuations, says Paul. You know very well this isn't true. Calm down, please. I am just worried, that's all, says Paul. What I've heard about the Red Army is quite upsetting. What have you heard? Political assassinations, terror, rape, senseless violence, says Paul. Lies, nothing but Nazi propaganda. How can you be with us and spread this dreck? Says Erna. We need to see. We shouldn't fall for the Nazi fear-mongering, but we also don't know what is happening behind the lines. It doesn't hurt to be careful. Very neutral stance. Spread the books. Does it matter? Doesn't really matter at this point. Hitler's dead. Game's about to end. I'm serious. At least I'm assuming. Yeah, go raise the white flags. Oh, she's been seen. They might report it back to the Fuhrer. Oh wait, he's dead. Cough. A white flag is visible from far away. Someone in the building has hung a large bedsheet from the balcony at the second floor. Although the fighting is now only a few blocks away, it's only the white flag I've seen. I'm not the only one who's seen a flag. The truck hurtles down the street and stops in front of the building. An SS officer and 3 older men, possibly Folkstrom, jump out. Go, go, go! Yells the officer, and they storm in. As I enter the building behind them, I can hear them banging at the door upstairs. Who put the flag out? I followed by something I can only make out. I suddenly hear gunshots and a woman screaming. Right up the stairs. Murders! Someone yells. More gunshots, silence, then steps coming down the stairs. I leave the building before the squad notices me. The white flag is gone. The gunfire is closer now. All I can hear is a deep growling of an incoming tank. The men run out of the building and jump into the truck and drive away. I go back in, and on the upper floor I find an open apartment door. A man lies on the ground in a pool of blood. Further inside lies a woman. She's also dead. A young boy, maybe 10, crouches in the corner, weeping. This morning, Grandpa saw some of our soldiers coming down the street. He asked them how it looked, and they told him that we had lost. That the Russians would be here at any moment. They said that the best we could do is hang a white flag so they wouldn't shoot at our buildings. And that's what he did? Yes, that's what he did. But then our other soldiers showed up, and they were furious. He was screaming at Grandpa, calling him a coward, said that we must take down the flag. Grandpa got angry, said he had fought in the last war and that they were cowards who were have to force children and old people to fight a lost war. The commander just pulled out his gun and shot him. Then Grandma started screaming, Called them murderers. The commander kept shooting. Then he ordered his men to get the flag. They grabbed it and left. Can I help somehow? Do you think the soldiers were right this morning? Have we lost the war? The Nazis have lost the war. The boy nods. I think so too. Should hang the white flag again? First, we must cover up Grandpa and Grandma. Together, we pull the bodies aside, fold their hands on their chests, and carefully cover them up with sheets. Then we step out on the balcony. There are several white flags hanging from the buildings nearby now. The sounds of tanks has become much louder. Tie the white flag to the railing. We tie the flag to the balcony railing, and as we finish, I see incoming Russian tanks, one followed by another, and another, dozens of them. There are soldiers sitting on the top of the tanks. When they see me and the boy, they wave. It's over. It's a sunny day in 1946 when the group meets again in one of the few cafes that are still open. The city's in ruins, but the rebuilding has already begun. We sit together in the sun, sipping from our mugs of ersatz coffee, like the old days, but we are less fearful. How are all of you doing? I ask. Everyone has similar struggles, food, supplies, and the search for missing relatives, friends. Did we do everything we could? Someone asks. It's impossible to tell. Maybe there were things we could have done differently, but I don't know if I would have changed anything for the better, I say. Maybe there was something else we could have done. Something more effective, something more radical, or less radical, but more persuasive. The question remains, will the world learn from this? No. There are signs of progress. They are even discussing a declaration of universal human rights, which never passed. That's an improvement, no? But there is also a new conflict bubbling up between the US and the USSR. Hiroshima and Nagasaki were destroyed. The specter of nuclear bombs means the next war could threaten all of humanity. They cannot come to an agreement. Then I have to ask the question that has been bothering me for the past year. Our fight, what we did, what we sacrificed, was it worth it? Would you do it again? There's a long pause, and everyone silently nods. There's no debate here. To remain silent, to accept injustice, human suffering without a fight, was never an option for any of us. I look at everyone and say, you know it isn't over, right? You know that the hatred isn't gone just because the Nazis lost the war. You know that our adversaries still walk these streets, eager to return and spread the same ideas, commit the same crimes, if we let them. They nod.
Our fight wasn't over. We all knew that. Though the inferno now subsided, the murderous spark that set the world ablaze endured. And so did the murderers. The leaders and the willing executioners fading into the woodwork, waiting for the next opportunity to lead the world into darkness. No, our fight wasn't over. In the rays of this afternoon's sun, our group took an oath. The darkest of times might be over for now, but our fight was not. We swore to keep fighting until the last of these criminals was brought to justice. We would not stop fighting until the last sign of Nazism was eradicated from the face of the earth. Our goal was to build a new world of peace and freedom. This was our responsibility to our murdered friends and relatives. This we swear.
The Kaufmann Socialists Group A was active from 1st of February 1933 to 30 April 1945. At its peak, it had 5 members and 110 supporters. Some people still remember the courageous men and women of the Kaufmann Socialists Group today. You're not responsible for what happened, but you certainly are responsible for preventing it from happening again. Max Meinheimer, author, painter, and Holocaust survivor.